I gotta trim all these up and then dye the edges. I have to bevel these ones right here. I forgot to bevel the top plate before I put it on there, and the back plate, the back side. Basically this one right here, I just need to bevel this, bevel that, bevel that, bevel that. I already have the inside loop and the outside loop up on the top side here already beveled. So we'll be doing this for the next few hours. Hand carving leather, right? Get it trimmed up on the end there a little bit. But once I burnish, or once I bevel them, bevel the edges, they'll look a lot cleaner, right? These ones look kind of harsh because they're not beveled yet. I already got 3 of them done. I'll do a black one here for you guys. This is the thinner leather here, so I need to trim this one up a little bit here. It's just not looking very clean there. Get it to be even there, just like that, just like so. This side looks good. Trim this side up a little bit here too. Just like so. And I'll trim that bottom half there before I put that rounded end on it. Right there. Knock that little edge off there, just like so. And I'll trim this bottom part up right now, because I already have these beveled. All these edges are beveled. But I'll have to re-bevel that edge because I trimmed it up a little bit right there. And I'll have to dye them too. Trimming them up by hand. Just eyeballing them, right? They don't have to be perfect. But they have to look good, right? They have to look presentable. So we'll trim that one up a little bit deeper there. Right there. Beautiful. Trim that edge up just a little bit there, like so. Beautiful. I'll do one of these colors here because I got 3 different colors. I got the mahogany, the light brown, and the black. And I'll do this mahogany color here next. I'll have to trim this edge up right here. So, it looks pretty darn good. I'll have to trim this top piece off here. The top plate has to be trimmed a little bit on this one. Not every one of them is perfect, you know. So, okay, now for the front here. Trim that edge up a little bit again because it's not going to match up. There we go. Right there. Round that off a little bit. So I have to press this down here because I have a pouch, I have a pocket there. So I have to match these two up here, right? I don't want to be too picky with it though. It's not super important because I'm going to just be trimming that off anyway. So there we go. I trimmed quite a bit of that one, but that's fine. Just like so. Around that little nub off there. Beautiful. Do this thicker leather one here. So I'll just have to come back and burnish or bevel these edges. I'm not going to burnish these. So I'll have to trim this one all the way up here. So I'll just have to eyeball it right, just like that. Just like so. So it's nice and straight. That straight line effect. Just like so. Beautiful. See? Looking good on that one. Yeah, I'm going to trim that up anyway, so I'm going to do it by hand, right? Because I can't trim these up before when I'm doing my pattern, when I'm doing my template, because the leather is different sizes. Because when I cut the leather originally for my pattern, my template, they're different sizes because the leather is really really firm, you know, and I can't get exactly the same size piece of leather cut on my template, because the leather just it stretches out, and it's just hard to get exactly the same size on the leather. That's why I have to do this at the end. This is just part of the finish work, right? You can see, you know, like these here, those are pretty square there. Like this one here, you know, the leather just is, some parts of the leather are just a lot more stiffer than others, and they have like little bends in them, and so I have to trim this up. I can't do that by using my template. So just all the leather's different, right? That's why it's so expensive to have leather work done, man, because no hide is the same, right? Beautiful, beautiful. Ready to go. I'll do another one of these mahogany colored ones. I'll have to trim this up now. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty darn good there. Why don't you trim this edge up here a little bit? Right there. Okay, this thicker leather is a little bit tougher to work with. I have to make several cuts in it to get it to go all the way through. And I just got a brand new razor blade. When I'm doing this type of trim work here, I use a really brand new blade, right? Fresh from the factory. Just like so. Just eyeballing it, right? Not every one of these is going to be the same, so they're going to be a little teeny bit different shape, but the same dimensions. Right there. See? You trim that corner up there just a little bit. Right there. I'll do a black one next. How about that? See how this piece of leather is a lot bigger than the back side? You know? I have to trim them up. It takes time. And it takes skill not to get cut up doing it this way, right? And I have to do it this way. I have to do it this way because all leather is different, man. Every hide works differently. The leather works differently. Sure, if I buy $500 hides, they might all come out the same, but I don't want to charge $150 per sheath, right? Because when I screw up a piece of leather, a really nice piece of leather, man, I have to start all over again, right? And it just takes time. That's why leather work is so expensive, you know? Because when you screw up, it's expensive. It's an expensive screw up. So you just gotta slow down. You know, you gotta slow it down, not work so fast, right? And have your template down right. Measure twice, cut once, right? And a lot of the stuff I've thought for a long time, you know, how am I gonna make these? What's the process gonna look like? You know, I knew that I've known the design for a couple years, but you know, getting this into production is a whole different story, man. Beautiful. I'm gonna trim that edge up just a little bit right there, just to make it look nice, right there. See? Beautiful. I'll have to trim this one up too. Nope, I don't have to trim it up. It's just beveled already. And I can't get, I could use a punch for this, or a punch, a rounded punch, but those rounded punches are very, very expensive, man, for those corners. And you can see that this is not an exact circle, right? I want it to look handmade, so, all right. I don't want mine to look like every other piece of leather, right? This is handcrafted, man. Beautiful. Just like so. Ready to go. Actually, I might just round this corner off a little bit more here. Right there. Make it look a little bit more even there, right? Just like so. See? Much more better. Much better. I'll do a purple one next. How about that? Or a mahogany. This one looks pretty good in the front there. It's not beveled yet, so I will have to trim the bottom up here. And this is some stiff leather right here. This was right on the neck portion. The leather around a cow's neck is very thick and it's really wrinkly. You can tell. This section I cut out of the neck portion. I buy shoulders. I buy double shoulders for these sheaths here. Nice and thick leather, right? Durable leather, but harder to work with. Now, this isn't like belly skin or anything. Belly skin is usually pretty thin leather, and I need something that's a working leather, not belly skin, belly hide. And I have a lot of experience cutting stuff, you know, to fine detail. Throughout my years of manufacturing and production, I've done a lot of this kind of stuff. You know, I've worked in clean rooms, you know, electronics equipment, and construction. But you know, detail, man. Let's do one of these ones right here. This color right here. Just right there. Let's trim this edge up here. Right there. Beautiful. Looks good. Trim a little bit off here. Just start right there. Just work my way down. Just cut a little teeny bit off. Right there. There we go. Just to make it look straight lines on the edge, right? Looks good. Beautiful. I'll have to trim the back side here. Actually, I'll maybe trim a little bit more off this edge here. Just like so. You have to have a sharp knife doing this, man, or else you will cut yourself. Just like so. There we go. You notice I'm not talking very much. I'm really concentrated. I really don't want to screw this leather up, and I don't want to cut myself too. Because if I slip one time, it'll cut the leather, and I will not be able to ship this. All right. I'll have to give it away to somebody who for free or something. Right. Beautiful. Handcrafted by Jeremy. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.